Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Bridgeport Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to the James Madison Dukes. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on last year's national champions, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Monarchs will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So James Madison's offense will go on the attack first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Paul.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Great pass, it's complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Ogden. Unloads to the wideout. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. And the Dukes will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Monarchs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Under fire. Gets away. Got rid of it just in time. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Nothing doing there for the QB. It was an incredible effort just to get out of the sack, but nobody open, and he just has to throw that one away.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Connection to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Monarchs will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to throw, it's Ogden. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time he's got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Slater. Brings him to the open. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, the offense got themselves in a bad position to start, but a nice change up there, handing it off and getting a lot of the yardage back, David, now to set up third and at least a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, and when it's third and forever like that.
Lots of room to run. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. Well, you don't see too many runs inside bust open like that one did. It usually means somebody blew an assignment.
Man, and it's a bad feeling when you got that running back coming to the second level, full head of steam, nobody grabbing a hold of him. That's when he can make you miss, make you look silly. Nice blocking up front to make the big play.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. They'll leave it with him. Fights off a defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
Now, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know. He got a touchdown on the board.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On the gun. Give on the inside. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. And the Monarchs headed quickly to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Looks it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll give it to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Ogden. It's complete to the right. Turning it on. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. Got enough for the 1st. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. On the direct snap, it's Slater. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Slater. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Dukes!
And this offense has started started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Rolls and fires complete to the right.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Monarchs moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on third. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Monarchs will call on their punt team. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air, it's Ogden. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he got loose. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Slater. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. And the returner goes down. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. There he goes. He has the first and still on his feet. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And that's good enough for 1st down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Tackle is made at the 48-yard line. And 1st down for the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Bring in the heat. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Monarchs send out the punt unit. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB. Receiver executing that out route.
The Dukes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He wants to change this route. Scanning the field, it's Ogden. Dumps it to the back. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
He'll try to do it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Dukes are in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got a man in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. No good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
Pocket breaking down. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the grab on the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Dukes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And the Monarchs want to crank the tempo. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Rush is on him. He's going to run it. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The Monarchs will have it 1st and 10.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Off the play fake. Here's a heat. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws.
Well, in a situation like that where it's third and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He's got great speed. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime. I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking to pass. It's Ogden. Throws for the tight end. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time. Breaks into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. And the Monarchs will hustle to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at him, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Trying play action. Lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
The Monarchs will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
And the Dukes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Might as well stick with him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
They're working that left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be third and long. Back to pass. It's Ogden. Fires to the end zone. Running through contact. Touchdown, James Madison. And the pummeling has started.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
The offense changing the play. Back to pass on second down. Oh, they're after him. Had to get rid of it quickly. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Back to throw, it's Ogden. Got his man on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Monarchs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off play action. Hauls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This offense, we're cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Monarchs line up to punt it away. Doesn't say. your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Takes it on the return. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put him in great position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Quick release by the QB. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Dukes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dukes! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Well, this defense is eyeing the scoreboard. You know they're looking up there. They want to... Goose egg and tack. They've been so good all game long. Still playing with phenomenal effort here in the 4th quarter, creating that fumble and takeaway.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Now the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He wants to throw it. Under fire. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Monarchs will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll field it close to the 50. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Slater. Defense played the wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And the Dukes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Monarchs will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Can they catch him? You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Great place to start for this offense. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
It's such an advantage for a defense when you can add to your pass rush by blitzing guys, but especially when you've got a middle linebacker like that can collapse and push the pocket into the lap of the quarterback.
Takes a hit as he fires.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, you get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Balmer, they throw the eye into it.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. After this, it'll be a wrap. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, James Madison.
Looking to throw, it's Ogden. He'll take a shot. Intercepted deep in his own end. Got room on the return. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the 4th quarter. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.